So it looks like we're getting more Lord of the Rings sooner rather than later. So earlier this year, Ian McKellen actually stated that The Hunt for Gollum was going to be two films instead of one, and I thought that was weird because like there's not enough story for two movies, especially if like both movies are 3 hours long. It doesn't make sense. So I'm kind of glad to hear that the next two movies are actually like separate. They're not part of the same story. The first one is actually going to be The Hunt for Gollum, that we know, but the second one is going to be centered around Gandalf. Now, I'm not sure what they can do, what like story they can choose that's gonna center around Gandalf. I know a lot about Middle Earth. I don't know if there's a whole movie that they can do about Gandalf, as there are gonna be enough material that they're gonna find through the entire history of Middle Earth. That's possible. I'm just a bit worried that they're doing this just because like it's an IP that hasn't really been explored, and they're just gonna make more movies without maybe worrying too much about the quality of them. And like you can say that the same thing has happened with the Star Wars franchise. The Star Wars franchise is mostly now a business, and I like some of the Star Wars projects that we had from Disney. I'm not like a Star Wars hater at all. I liked some of them, but I did not like others. And hopefully like the quality of the Middle Earth movies can remain consistent. What I would like for them to do is just maybe put on the brakes a little bit. I know that Ian McKellen is getting old, and like they don't have a lot of time left with this version of Gandalf, so maybe they want to fast track both movies before he dies. That's possible. But I think that it's also wise to just like make The Hunt for Gollum and wait to know if people actually like this movie, because if people don't like The Hunt for Gollum, and it's kind of pointless to go ahead with another film. But like if it's a box office success, like almost like The Hobbit was, and if like the critics are split on it, like half of the fans like it, half of the fans don't, that's gonna be enough for them to make a second film out of these new movies that they're gonna make. Like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic. I hope that it's not just like for a cash grab. I hope that they have great ideas, great people behind these projects. I know that Peter Jackson is producing the first one, and that Andy Serkis is directing the first movie. Maybe Peter Jackson is gonna be back to direct the second film. Maybe they're gonna get Guillermo del Toro this time around, maybe to come back for the second film. It's more Middle Earth movies. Like I kind of need those in my life because Middle Earth is my favorite fantasy realm. The Lord of the Rings are my favorite books, and so we'll see what happens. So yeah, hopefully we're gonna get like more standalone movies, like spin-offs on different characters. Like I wouldn't mind like a young Aragorn spin-off, or like a Legolas movie or something like that. Something that makes sense, like something that can just be its own thing and not worry about connecting the films too much with like the original Lord of the Rings trilogy. Like just expand the world. That's what I want. Like you can have movies about like Second Age, and there's like a ton of possibilities that you can do. Like I'm probably gonna make a video on like all the possibilities that they can expand the Lord of the Rings lore, because there are a lot of things that they can do with this world. So I'm excited for this next two movies, but cautiously excited. I'm not like gonna be over the moon excited, because like I've been disappointed like many times with the properties that I'm like super interested in, kind of like Rings of Power. I was super excited for that show, and it turned out to be garbage. And so like I said, I'm gonna be cautiously optimistic. Hopefully these new movies are great. Hopefully they bring new fans as well. I'm just glad that they're sticking with the Peter Jackson canon, and they're not like remaking these films. Like that would be completely pointless. There's no way they can make Lord of the Rings better than they already are. And I like The Hobbit too, so I don't think that remaking it is the answer. The answer, if you want to make more money out of the Middle Earth movies, is to expand the world and focused on different characters. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this news, and let me know what you think about the news down in the comments below. Please like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time.